Sports. It's in the game.
Now from downtown Minneapolis, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us inside beautiful U.S. Bank Stadium, the home of the Vikings. All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a 1st down.
Throwing here on 1st and 10 is McCarthy. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest.
And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Vikings. That's his 8th touchdown of the season. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Scott now on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Right to the air is Richardson. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Richardson. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
On 1st down, it's Richardson. They'll try to set up the screen here. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
Off the play fake, it's Richardson. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
Richardson operating from the pistol. And he might have waited just a bit too long there as he throws it incomplete. Looking to set up the screen, but the defense wouldn't give him the time.
I'll up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the...
Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Richardson to throw. A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by Jeremy Chin.
Well, that's the fast start they talked about all week, Mike. You come out, you take the immediate lead with your opening drive. Your defense goes out there, they force a turnover early. All these plays allow you to just keep stacking momentum early in this ball game. This game is far from over, but anytime you get out to a start like this, it is a lot harder for your opponent to battle back.
He was looking for that cutback lane, but it never developed. Tracked down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson, and it'll be 3rd down.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. It'll be a punt coming up for the Vikings. And he's going to be knocked down before he can even think about returning that one. Whoa! Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Richardson. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway. How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They'll stick with him again. And some good blocking, springing him. A gain of 9 as we get to 3rd down.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in. And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single first down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
His kick will split the uprights. It's good. And the Vikings will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. They'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Richardson. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And this is going to be a Colts first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground.
Now for the 3rd time in the 1st quarter, he's been intercepted. That's the linebacker, Zaire Franklin.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
On 1st down, here's McCarthy. He'll go right and find his running back. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
To throw, it's McCarthy. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
The tight end going in motion to the left. On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. That's to the left side, caught by Ridley. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Touchdown, Minnesota. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. He's up to 9 now on the year. What an opening quarter he is having. Greg, that is 2 touchdown receptions here in the 1st quarter.
Mike, all this guy has to do is keep this pace up, and he's going to have himself 8 touchdowns. But in all seriousness, if I'm this quarterback, I'm not looking anywhere else until this defense proves they have an answer, because right now, they don't have one.
Scott now on the return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. They'll go play action. It's Richardson. His throw left side is complete. And he is taken down. A big gain on that one. Great way for them to end this opening quarter. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Richardson will give it to Taylor. And he does not want to go down. Somehow he turned that into a gain of 6.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball. And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
Chad Ryland on now for the field goal. This will be from 56 yards away. This one not going to get there. From distance, it is no good. And this will remain a 3-score game. 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. It's a short pickup, taking this to the 49. Big lineman Aleem McNeil ends the play there.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at their 49-yard line.
2nd and 7. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down.
To gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
McCarthy from the gun here on third down. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. Really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
And that is incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Vikings open it up a bit further. They now lead 20-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Scott now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Now Richardson. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
On play action, Richardson. Now a deep ball for Mitchell. And for the fourth time today, he has been intercepted.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back end coverage work together. Man, that was big-time ball.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
A tight end in motion now. Here's a run going left. Whoa! And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
And that'll be a pickup of 3.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They face second down and 7. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. Into the familiar hands of Justin Jefferson. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll have more from Minneapolis after this. To the ground, a first down run. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Throwing on second down is McCarthy. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
By Aline McNeil. It's a loss of 2. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. He's got his man. It's Jefferson. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. And they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go until halftime. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. That is brought in at the 10. Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it 1st and goal. Here's a run. Marked down at the 6. That's a second charge timeout for Minnesota, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. They need 6 for the touchdown. 2nd and goal. Now McCarthy. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
3rd and goal. In motion, it's Jefferson. They'll look to throw for it with McCarthy. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Vikings. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in. but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Scott now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Now, faking the give. Now, here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by Diamador Lenore. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. Vikings looking for 3, bring out the field goal unit. This from 40 yards out. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Hi, Coach. Thank you. 2 very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And this ball batted away and incomplete. Jatavian Sanders was the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd down.
If you want to be a top-notch NFL DB, of course, yes, the athleticism is a given. But it's really, you have to be instinctive. The instincts are what allow you to maximize those physical skills. And you saw him on full display right here, leading in the big-time breakup.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Off the play fake, it's Richardson. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, like living in these 3rd and long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator.
Oh, look at this. It's a fake. Oh, what a mess here. It is intercepted. Picked off by Diamador Lenore. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Oh, and they brought the heat trying to block the punt, but without the open target he was relying on, the punter turned quarterback has nowhere to go with the ball. That pressure helped create a sense of panic and led to a throw right towards that defender.
Now a run on 1st down. And he powers his way forward, doing it on the ground, inside the 40, a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a give up the middle. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and a yard, it's McCarthy. And that is incomplete.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
And that one had too much behind it. It's into the end zone for a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Richardson. Fires left sideline. That is complete. And it'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the 3rd quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
The blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 41-yard line.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you jump the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
16 yards on the game, and a quick 1st down. They'll stay on the ground. And he'll get 4 on this one. Down inside the 40-yard line now. Here's 2nd and 6. Now a handoff, running right. And stretching it out toward the sideline, but the defense gets to him. He'll be taken down for a loss.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
They'll try to get this one on the ground. 14 on the pickup. 1st down, Minnesota.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half, and he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
From the 1, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
They send the tight end in motion. They'll run. And he will not get in. The defense standing their ground, pushing him back, and it sets up 4th and goal.
How about this for a goal line stand, Mike? Your back's against the wall, back-to-back plays, you hold tight. They set themselves up here to defend a 4th and goal try.
Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Vikings will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Here comes a return from the end zone. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's Richardson. That's complete. It's Adonai Mitchell. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way.
They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Richardson. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a 1st down.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another 1st down.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
And he's going to be taken down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Taylor. And they are into the end zone for the 1st time today. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. In motion, that's the tight end, Granson. They'll begin here on the ground. And he had pushed through one tackler, but is wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain here.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
Handoff here, up the middle. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
You have to wonder if next time, does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play? It was clear before the ball was snapped, this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. The motion man here is McLaurin. On 3rd down, they'll try to get it on the ground. Into space. To the 20. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 75 yards. Touchdown, Minnesota. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Scott now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's going to send it downfield looking for Ingram.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
On 2nd down, Richardson. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Out of the shotgun, Richardson. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big gainer for Indianapolis. And even 30 yards. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From the gun, Richardson. Open man downfield, it's Mitchell. And he's in. Adonai Mitchell. Touchdown, Colts. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Ryland's kick here is good. And the Colts cut into the lead a little bit.
Chad Ryland to kick off.
Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Up the middle they go. And he'll only get it to the 26-yard line, setting up 2nd and long.
1 yard gain. and 9.
In motion, that's the tight end, Granson. Blown back in the backfield. The ball's out. But this is taken in by a teammate.
Pretty fortunate right there, Mike. If that ball bounces just a different direction, that could easily be a turnover or even points the other direction.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
Oh, no fair catch, and he pays the price. Big shot to make sure this return didn't even get started. Richardson to throw it here on 1st down. There's that man again, another catch. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch.
Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. And now he's not spiking it, it's a fake. And this is going to blow up on them. So much for a fake, it's a sack. And this will not be a spike, he faked it. And that is incomplete. A little trickery with the fake spike, but it does not pan out. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll stick with him again. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it is 3rd down.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
The last 2 runs each lost a yard. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 12. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
Only need a yard, and it's 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they'll go with their fullback. And he's going to pick up the Vikings' 1st down. They only needed 1, but it's a gain of 6, and it'll move the chains.
Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
So a win here for the Vikings. And it is their 3rd consecutive victory. They continue to play great football here in this latest stretch. that'll just about do it for Greg Olson. Our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Vikings, as we say so long from Minneapolis.